Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on where you are in the world. And welcome back to day 2 of the virtual Roblox Festival of Aerobatic Teams. We have an absolutely incredible day lined up for you all here today. Looks like the F-22 crews. You can see their ground crew and their pilot by the rear of the aircraft getting ready for flight. Looks like he's just kitted up and he's doing his final pre-flight checks of the aircraft. In a minute we'll see him mount up into the F-22 before taxiing out to the runway and beginning his display. Reminder that the official display times are going to be followed, so they are allotted to begin their performance in about 7 minutes' time. In the meantime, why don't I tell you a little about the aircraft in question? The Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor is an American single-seat, twin-engine, and all-weather system stealth tactical fighter aircraft, developed exclusively for use by the United States Air Force. This aircraft was designed primarily as an air-to-air superiority fighter, but does also have some ground attack, electronic warfare, and signal intelligence capabilities. The aircraft was variously designated the F-22 and the FA-22 before it formally entered service in 2005 as the F-22A, which is the designation it still holds to this day. If any of you have any questions about the aircraft or about the stream, please feel free to ask them in the chat. I'll be happy to answer any questions. In terms of the virtual Roblox Festival Aerobatic Teams itself, just a quick reminder that this is a purely live-streamed event, meaning there is no in-game, there is no game to join for you guys, unfortunately. This is because that having lots and lots of spectators in-game creates a lot of lag. And this is something that a live stream airshow prevents. Mind that up next at 7 o'clock, we're going to be watching the virtual Roblox Black Knights from Singapore. It's a multi-aircraft team, a fully aerobatic display squadron, and they'll be flying several F-16 Fighting Falcon jets. So that'll be a display that you definitely do not want to miss. So if you hear typing, I have to occasionally talk to the other airshow organisers to make sure that everything's on schedule, and my keyboard's really quite loud. So there's that. I'll swing the camera around so you can get a different view. I just want to give a huge shout out to everyone who came down and watched day 1 of the virtual Roblox Festival of Aerobatic Teams yesterday. Yesterday we saw the virtual Roblox Royal Netherlands display team flying their Apache and F-16 Fighting Falcon. Then we saw the Air Force Roulettes from Australia flying their PC-21 aircraft, followed by the Su-33, an incredible solo demonstration team. We also saw the Buccaneer Restoration Project flying their Blackburn Buccaneer, the Black Cats flying their Lynx Mark 8 helicopters, the virtual Roblox Typhoon display team flying the EF-2000 Eurofighter Typhoon in a solo display, the F-15 display, the Aeroshell Aerobatic team, and we also ended the day on the virtual Roblox Red Arrows. Those of you who missed me reading out the schedule earlier, this is the F-22 Raptor will be performing first in about 3 minutes. Then it will be followed by the virtual Roblox Black Knights, then the EF-18A Hornet, the Jet Thrust Display Team at 8 o'clock. 8:30 we'll see the F-35 demo team, followed by the virtual Roblox Blue Angel. Then finally we'll be ending the day with a surprise performance. And this is a performance that I've never seen before. It's one that I'm very, very excited for. Pat, what was your favourite... Hey patron, hey stream, make sure you catch the team chief in front of the plane. Copy that. Oh, there he is. Cool, we're going to swing the camera down then. Pat, what was your favourite display from yesterday? I don't think I can pick a favourite. I'm going to be biased towards the virtual Roblox Red Arrows because that's one I had active participation in, as well as the Typhoon display team. In terms of ones I hadn't seen before, I think the Su-33 had one of the most technologically impressive aircraft. Ooh, I actually messed that up. That is a really, really intimidating aircraft. That is not something you want to see if you are on an opposing force. What does it mean by VR Black Knights and VR EF-18? VR is virtual Roblox, so that would be the virtual Roblox Black Knights or the virtual Roblox EF-18A. That's because we want to distinguish ourselves from the real-life air shows, the real-life display teams, which a lot of the time have copyright stuff behind their names. And also there's a lot of virtual display teams that just simply call themselves teams like the virtual Blue Angels, the virtual Red Arrows, the virtual F-22. So the virtual Roblox teams, just that's how they distinguish themselves. Right, the F-22 display is starting. So the pilot has now mounted up, and they're now doing their pre-flight checks, which means they'll be getting into the air very, very shortly. This is a very, very intimidating aircraft. I'm really, really enjoying it. I think this is definitely one of the best looking aircraft here at the show. You can see those red remove before flight tags hanging underneath the aircraft and on the gear, as well as those big remove before flight custom F-22 demo team engine covers. They're being taken out there. You'll see the removable before flight tags being taken off as well. Looks like the development team has worked incredibly hard to make sure that this aircraft has removable before flight tags and all these other minor details, which really just adds to the whole experience and gives the ground crew something to do. Right, we're going to swing the camera around over here and get another intimidating view of this huge, huge aircraft. People don't tend to realise how big these aircraft are. And yeah, I know this is Roblox, but even in real life, these aircraft are absolutely huge. I'm going to still be reading chat, so if any of you want to ask questions about the aircraft, I'll try my hardest to answer them. You can see the canopy now coming down and the flaps going up as the aircraft prepares for flight. You can see the Raptor now doing its control surface tech to make sure everything's working before it goes for a really intense performance. There you just saw the weapon bays closing up. And the aircraft now looks ready to taxi. Need to make sure the sound's on actually. One sec. There you go. Sorry for that small intrusion onto the screen. Just making sure you can hear the aircraft. Which means you can hear the aircraft has powered up. Sorry we missed the startup. My bad. Patron, do you know how many F-22s were made? Going to be honest, I think it's approximately 200-ish. There's about 190-ish, I think, were made for operational use, with around 5 to 10 being built for test purposes. I know the F-22 went up against the YF-23 in the design competition when the... I'm not sure who would have ordered it. The US Ministry of Defence asked for a new aircraft proposal. The F-22 was up against the YF-23. You can see me there on the HTC tower as F-22 taxis past. But I'm not exactly sure. You have to look it up. Hey Patron, could you put the Roblox volume up a bit louder? I can't hear too much. Yes, of course, I'll do that now. Sorry for the intrusion onto the screen again. But some aircraft will be louder than others, so although this is quite quiet, there's a good chance that once it switches on its afterburners, it will deafen you all. So we'll see how that is. Speedbird, one of my mods just says Pat. Thank you for that. We can't hear Roblox. Okay, one sec. Let me make sure everything's good. I might have to turn Roblox up a bit more. I'll turn it up to maximum. Tell me if you can hear it now, Speedbird. Can you hear it now? I'm just worried that it's going to switch on the afterburner. It's going to deafen everyone. Which would be embarrassing and also hilarious. The F-22 is now approaching the runway. I'm going to get my camera to a nice suitable position. Ready to start filming the performance. Cool, so just be aware that this may get very, very loud once the F-22 fires up its afterburners. Oh yeah, go 5. Okay, copy that. Cool, we're going to have to deal with very quiet sound because I'm worried about the afterburners, to be honest. What an absolutely intimidating aircraft. This is one of Roblox's, certainly, well, yeah, definitely one of Roblox's better display teams that I've ever seen. So I'm very, very excited to see it get back up into the air. So if you're ready to feel the heat and hear the noise, this is the F-22 Raptor display team now rolling. Cool. I'm being asked to turn it up a little bit, so there's going to be another screen intrusion. As I do that, I'm going to turn my own headphones down a little bit. Copy that. It's going to be a bit louder now. A Speedbird. I'd go 7-8-ish unless it's loud on your end. I can turn my headphones down, it's fine. No one's talking to me. I'm not listening to myself because I'm not that obnoxious. I know many streamers do. Here comes the F-22 coming in from the right now. Ready for its next manoeuvre. Banking hard around to the right, showing us of its incredible rate of turn. Afterburners lit there, that's the noise you can hear. Afterburners being where fuel is injected directly into the exhaust of the engine. It's very, very fuel intensive, not very efficient. But it creates a lot of thrust and a lot of noise. Those beaks on the engines are the F-22's thrust vectoring system, meaning pretty much it can change the direction of the exhaust to give it incredible, incredible maneuverability. Something that the F-22 really, really excels at, being an air-to-air superiority fighter. You can see there the incredible, incredible maneuverability of the F-22, and as it tries to grip the air, desperately trying to get some grip with those aerodynamic surfaces as it pulls those high G maneuvers. Another thing that marks the F-22 out compared to other aircraft is its very geometric shape. That is because it's a stealth fighter, meaning that it appears very, very small on enemy radars. There you can see the aircraft opening up its rear weapon payload. That's where the F-22 stores its weapons in order to keep them inside of its radar-protected coating. Speedbird grip, it's not flying. Yeah, I meant drag and control. Yeah. Words. I'm doing this live, I have no script. Words not coming easy to me. You can see there wingtip vapor coming off of the edges of the wings there as it pulls those Gs, something the developers have implemented to... There it is again. to make the aircraft much more realistic. There's too many people flirting with me in chat and I'm getting nervous. Here comes from the right, the F-22 showing us its top side. This is the opportunity to get the best images as it comes in for the high-speed pass. The F-22 is capable of going over twice the speed of sound. That is Mach 2.5, I think the aircraft is the top speed of, although don't quote me on that. I'm not the F-22's official commentator, I'm just the streamer. So, trying my best. So this is just a fraction of the aircraft's speed, even on this high-speed pass. As at air shows, aircraft can't break the sound barrier, as it tends to upset anyone who owns a window in the in the local 1.5 mile radius. In from the left now, the F-22 comes straight back, ready for the next manoeuvre. Afterburners are lit as he pulls up into the vertical. Showing us those incredible power that those engines have. The F-22 has a thrust to weight ratio of over 1:1, meaning that those engines are strong enough to propel the weight of the engine, meaning they actually accelerate upwards. I've just been corrected that the aircraft has a top speed of Mach 2, not 2.5, as I stated earlier, previously. Sorry. That manoeuvre there was a stalled turn, with the aircraft showing off the extreme power that the rudder has. The virtual Roblox F-22 demo team is, of course, trying to replicate the real-life performance as faithfully as possible. And as someone who has seen the real-life F-22 display team, they're doing an absolutely incredible job. And it's really, really incredible seeing how they mimic the real-life ability of this aircraft in Roblox. And from the right now, here comes F-22 once again for the next manoeuvre. Guys, just a reminder, please don't spam chat. The mods are there and they're looking, so they will mute you if you start spamming. Aircraft coming in from the rear of the crowd line. Looks like it's building up some speed. Afterburners are lit. Ready to come in for the next manoeuvre. I've been corrected once again. The manoeuvre I called the stall turn was the pedal turn. Apologies for that. I was close, alright? Someone who hasn't seen the F-22 display in like 3 years. I'm doing alright. In comes the F-22, now for a slow speed pass from the right. we're going to see the aircraft's angle of attack go very, very high as it tries to get as much lift from those small wings. Those wings being small, because it's a fighter, it needs to be manoeuvrable, and larger wings means less aerodynamic shape, I guess. And then before it lights those engines and powers the aircraft out of that slow speed, straight up into the sky. The F-22 disappearing up into the sky, ready to build some speed for the high-speed pass. You see it trading all of its altitude for airspeed as it comes in from the left. Its afterburners will be lit as it builds up speed. In from the left. Once again, this is the high-speed pass. You can see the F-22 display team had pyrotechnics. I wasn't aware of that, but that's very, very cool. Just to add a little extra to their performance. Thank you to Speedbird for telling me what the manoeuvres are going to be beforehand. In from the right comes the F-22 for the Hoover pitch. The F-22 showing just how quickly it can roll as it banks around after doing a 270-degree roll and pulling away from us. Can the F-22 break windows when it goes supersonic? Any aircraft will break windows as it goes supersonic, unless it's been specifically designed to minimise its supersonic effect, I guess. So at a real air show, if the Raptor was to go supersonic, any car windows or house windows that were close by, yeah, they would indeed get smashed. That's why aircraft don't go supersonic air shows. F-22 pulling up into the vertical once again, showing those incredible engines and just how powerful they are. In from the left, here comes the F-22 one more time. Ready for the next manoeuvre. You see the F-22 has now just put its landing gear down. According to Speedbird in chat, he's one of their crew chiefs. The F-22 is now going to be landing. You can see its landing gear has come down. The landing gear being animated along with everything else on this aircraft. And for those of you talking about sonic booms in chat, a supersonic, a sonic boom isn't actually isn't a blast. It's a shockwave of air and pressure being built up on the nose of the aircraft. And there's usually one also built up on the tail of the aircraft. That's why you hear 2 bangs when an aircraft goes past supersonic. They're pressure waves. And unlike what most people think, it's not just a single bang as it breaks the sound barrier. It's a continuous wave for as long as the aircraft is supersonic. It will continue to make that big pressure wave. And as it flies past, everyone will hear that wave as long as the aircraft is supersonic. There we go. Absolutely incredible landing from the F-22 Raptor after an absolutely incredible display. A huge thank you to 3 seconds on the clock. Stunning aircraft to see performing its routine in a game like Roblox. Absolutely right. Thank you so much for that £5 donation. I didn't get to thank you for your donation last night as well. So a huge thank you, 3 seconds on the clock, for your 2 donations, both today and yesterday. Anyway, that was the F-22 Raptor demonstration team. Huge thank you to them for putting on an absolutely incredible display as usual. As it comes back in after with a fast taxi. In a second, we'll be switching over to the virtual Roblox Black Knights. Ready for their performance. There we go, the F-22 now parking back up. Canopy coming up, you'll see the ladder come down. Weapons bays open. And the remove before flight tags will go back in. Absolutely incredible job by the whole team there. After an incredible performance. Now, we get ready for... They do have commentary as well. So I'll be switching over to their commentary VC now to listen into what they have to say.
Hello, Patrick.
Hello, we're live. So whenever the Black Knights are ready, it's your go.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joshua Winters, Black Knight 7, or narrator for the Black Knight display team from Singapore. We are extremely excited to display to you the aerobatic maneuvers from the F-16C Fighting Falcon, as well as the incredible physical capabilities of our experienced pilots. Our team strives to recreate the displays and maneuvers done by the real-life Black Knights. We work on not only our aerobatic skills, but also our ability to communicate with each other and work as a team. For the best experience, we suggest you turn up your volume for Roblox and Groovy. The Black Knights will soon begin to taxi to the runway and prepare for takeoff. Watch now as they perform their final checks. Now before you, the Black Knights are preparing for takeoff. In formation and full afterburner. Please stand by as the Black Knights reposition for their first maneuver of the display. Now from behind, the Republic of Singapore Air Force is proud to present to you our very own aerobatics demonstration team, the Black. Yeah, the Black Knights. Black Knights consist of 6 pilots flying Black Knight 1 Aerobatic on his right, flying Black Knight 2 Lucky, flying on the left of the leader is Black Knight 3 Polar. Directly behind the leader is Black Knight 4 Regent, flying lead solo the Black Knight 5 Baker, and lastly flying Black Knight 6 Jaden. And here comes the opening curtain. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get your camera ready as the pilots return to the show center from your left and right, pushing the boundaries and closing in for a thrilling maneuver we call the classic hit. Keep watching as they come back for an accelerating aileron roll hit. From your front, Black Knight 1 through 4 will enter the show center in a line astern in formation while executing a 5G vertical loop. Here comes Black Knight 6 with a thundering sneak pass. Watch now as Black Knights 5 and 6 swiftly join up with the formation. Rolling in from your front, the Black Knights have formed a chevron formation and will be swiftly changing into a formation imitating the shape of a spear right before your eyes. This aerial display is a showcase of team excellence, discipline, and professionalism. It also takes a testament to the quality of our people. This show would never have been possible without our maintenance crew for maintaining our jets in tip-top condition. From your right, the Black Knights will transform into a swan formation with accuracy and finesse. Now watch as the Black Knights will move into a tighter sci-fi formation. Have your cameras ready, because this will be your best photo opportunity. At center by Black Knights, 124 will experience high Gs when they execute the crisscross. Slow speed maneuvering is very important in cockpit. Let us show you the graceful flying of this aircraft in the very challenging maneuver we call the low and slow. Now feel the roar of the F-16 as they go into full afterburner. From your left, Team Black Knights execute a series of rolls. Watch as they set the sky ablaze with the maneuver called the Way of the Dragon. Keep your eyes to the front as Black Knights 5 and 6 pierce the sky within the vertical spiral. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, from your right, Black Knights 1 through 4 will perform a synchronized aileron rolls. Get ready for the twinkle roll. Now watch to the right as Black Knight 5 goes inverted, staring down directly at Black Knight 6's cockpit. Only meters apart, this is the Mirror Pass. Celebrating 50 years of independence, this next maneuver is dedicated to the people of Singapore, symbolizing dedication, success, love, and presenting the double heart. The Black Knights. The Black Knights are the only team in the world to perform this type of maneuver in the fly-by-wire aircraft. Black Knight 6 will demonstrate the great agility of the F-16 with this next maneuver. This is the inverted helix. The Black Knights are very hardworking and dedicated pilots and flight instructors, each clocking 1,000 hours in the air. These pilots are tasked with defending the nation's skies. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the more challenging maneuvers by the Black Knights, the double inverted wrap. Black Knights 1 and 4 will be inverted, while Black Knights 2 and 3 execute opposing roles behind them. Watch and be amazed. We hope to have inspired all to represent the future of our nation, a significant reflection on a milestone of achievements, our pride to our nation, echoing our story, our home, our hearts, and our Singapore. For the grand finale, the Team Black Knights will display to you, young and old, past and present, with this magnificent final finale burst. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get your cameras ready as Black Knight 6 gives Black Knights a With the finale burst, we have come to an end to this aerobatic demonstration of the Team Black Knights. We hope to have inspired you at VRFAT today. Thank you for joining the Black Knights. Feel free to ask any questions at Black Knight booth or in a few minutes, or by contacting us on Twitter at VRBKDT. This is Black Knight 7 wishing you a pleasant day.
And an absolutely incredible performance from the Black Knights there. Genuinely one of the most incredible I keep saying incredible. Genuinely one of the best performances I've ever seen on Roblox. These guys have obviously practiced this huge amounts. Their tech is on point. I especially liked the flares. They didn't use the flares like the entire performance, but just on that finale, really just made it come together. We're seeing the 6 aircraft now coming to land. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the virtual Roblox Black Knight display team. Up next is going to be the EF-18A Hornet with the F-18 display team. And this is a team I'm certainly very excited for. I'm absolutely loving the colour schemes that the F-16s have on their aircraft as well. Very distinctive. That red and white, showing the Turkish flag there on the back of the F-16s. You can also see behind the exhausts, there's also some heat blur effect, which is very cool, as the jets slightly roast the ones behind each other, which is very nicely done. Move the camera down so we can really get a nice view of them as they taxi back in. There we go. Everyone, please be sure to show your appreciation in chat. I'm sure the pilots will give it a quick look after they've taxied back in, and it will really mean the world to them. So obviously they've worked extremely hard for this performance. It's really cool seeing a performance come together like it did just a minute ago. As I switch games, I will be switching over to the schedule, so you can have a quick look of what is still left to come today. There are still a vast array of performances left to see tonight. Oh, I said Turkish flag by accident. That's my bad. Oops, doopsie. It's of course the Singaporean flag. Sorry, I've just been... I saw the Turkish stars not too long ago, so I got confused. My bad. Singapore display team equals the amount of time I've lost in Singapore today as well. That's embarrassing. My bad. Someone just offended the Singaporeans. Yeah. Run away. Flee. Flee. Oh god. Either way, absolutely incredible performance. And that was one I really, really enjoyed watching. Well done, lads. Cool. So I'm going to quickly switch over to the schedule. Yesterday we saw the virtual Roblox Royal Netherlands display team flying the F-16 and the Apache, the Air Force Roulettes with their PC-21s, the Su-33 in a solo display team, the Blackburn Buccaneer Restoration Project flying their aircraft, the virtual Roblox Black Cats flying their 2 Lynx Mark 8 helicopters, the virtual Roblox Typhoon display team with the EF-2000 Eurofighter Typhoon, the F-15, the Aeroshell Aerobatic team, and the virtual Roblox Red Arrows as the surprise performance. If you want to see that airshow, it is also on my channel. Just press my channel link below, and you can find the live stream there. There's timestamps to all of the performances in the description if you so choose to watch that video. What you're seeing on screen right now is the runway they're about to be using. There you can see the F-18 taxiing now onto it, ready to begin its performance. I've just been sent their narration, so I'm going to be reading that. So the F-18 is ready for its performance. I'm going to start reading their script as soon as they start rolling. Here goes, as the turbofan engines are going up to their maximum power, producing 36,000 pounds of thrust from the left. Your United States Navy F-18 Hornet. Call sign Strike is now extending away from the airfield, setting up for the high-speed pass to demonstrate the ability to surprise the enemy with the high speed. Notice as the Hornet approaches from the right, just under the speed of sound. He will be in his virtual tactical position, meaning you will not be able to hear the sound of the aircraft until he reaches show center, indicating the high approach speed. That was roughly 675 miles per hour. Now a Strike pulls 4,000 feet to the vertical. He is setting himself up for the incredible pitch, authority, and vertical capability of the maneuver called the Double Immelmann, named after a World War I maneuver by German ace Max Immelmann. It's really hard to read this and also film at the same time. Apologies if I'm getting names wrong or not filming quite censure. Strike is now going to demonstrate the F-18's extremely tight turn radius. Used in dogfighting to avoid surface-to-air missiles, the ability of the Hornet can turn around in an extremely short space with a tremendous tactical advantage. Watch as Strike subjects himself to 7 times the force of gravity as he performs a minimum radius turn. All naval aircraft must have the ability to land on an aircraft carrier. Navy and Marine Corps pilots train to hit a certain area at pinpoint accuracy, approaching at 350 miles per hour, fly into a three-quarter of a mile final approach plan at 150 miles per hour, allowing him to touch down in an area not much larger than your runway. This is the carrier configuration pass from your right. With a top speed of almost 1,200 miles per hour, the Hornet can arrive on target and arrive home safely relatively fast. With the slow speed flight being just as important as high speed flight, the F-18 has a famous ability that can fly slower than any other aircraft. Strike is now going to demonstrate just how slow the Hornet can fly with the help of 2 onboard flight computers that are going to slow the F-18 down to just 100 miles per hour and pull the nose of his aircraft up to 25 degrees over the horizon. I'm just reading the script. Apparently the high alpha pass was not then. Apparently there's some minimus radium turns in there, but it's not in the script, so try my best. Oh, it's because my script got muddled. Oops daisy. Naval and Marine Corps aviators fly this approach because there are a lot of aircraft that have to be landed on a carrier for flight operations. So they make a quick approach next to the carrier, swing around it and land very rapidly. The pilots put the tail hook down between the segment of four wires that stretch across the deck of the carrier, with a quick descent rate of 700 feet per minute, and slam down into the deck of the carrier. Whether the pilot catches the wire or not, they have to throw the engines into full afterburner in case they have to go around. The manoeuvre you just saw there was the touch and go. But now, ladies and gentlemen, you'll have the opportunity to get your cameras ready as Strike sets up for a photo pass behind show lines. Here he comes, your 2021 FA-18 Hornet display team. Absolutely incredible job by the pilot there, and the whole F-18 display team. There's a lot of people behind these performances, from developers to ground crew to engineers, and of course the pilot. So an incredible job by the whole team there on that performance. Up next we have the Jet Thrust display team. This is one that I myself are very, very excited to see. You can see the incredible shape of the F-18 there taxiing back. I'm now going to switch over to the schedule, so you can once again see what we have coming up as I switch games to the JTSD map. So I'll quickly do that now. Cool, just bear with us as we deal with some technical problems. It turns out I've not whitelisted from the JTSD map, so I'll have to give them a sec to do that. We are a little bit behind schedule, you may have noticed. In fact, somehow I've confused the schedules and put the wrong one up. Yay, how did I manage that? Right. No, never mind. They can't hear me. Okay, I was going to talk to the narrator and tell them that he's live, but I am muted, so there's that. The GTSD do have their own narration, so I'll be handing over to him now.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Grey 8 Preston Plays 11, the narrator for the Jet for Stunt Division, and today I'll be guiding you through an aerial display like no other. The team was formed in early 2017 by our overseer, NT8. Since then, the team has grown to what it is today, with over 3 years of dedication to the row aviation community. The team flies 6 FA-18 Hornets, consisting of 2 sections nicknamed Diamond and Synchro. Diamond fly graceful maneuvers over the skies, showing you the precision techniques taught to all pilots in the row aviation community. The Synchro pair is made up of grade 5 and 6, and will perform maneuvers which will consist of them flying towards each other at speeds of over 300 miles per hour. Leading the team today from Scotland is Squadron Leader Big_Mac 1298, flying grade 2 from the United States Ballistic Slayer. Flying grade 3 from Dorset, England is A1. Flying grade 4 from Northern Ireland is Core_Masquerade. Flying grade 5 from the United States is Beast. And last but not least, flying grade 6 from the Netherlands is Monkey. All 6 pilots I have recently introduced are what known as the best of the best. Their coordination, knowledge and skill is unmatched by any other. Now to the runway ahead of you and to the right, you can see our Diamond move into a 4-finger formation, where our grey 4 takes the far right wing position to stop the jet blast from grey 1 on takeoff. They will now be doing their pre-takeoff checks, such as flaps, altitude, trims and more, to allow for a safe takeoff before being called to power up by grey 1, where each pilot will set their parking brakes, increase their throttle to the correct amount. Now the Diamond have been called to release brakes, as they will begin to gain speed for takeoff. Watch closely as you can see grey 4 take the slot position in the Diamond. If you saw closely, you can see the gears in the flaps on the jets extending and retracting throughout the display. These have been put together by our development team at the JTSD. Over the past few years, the team have used many different jets, such as the L-39 Albatross, Eurofighter Typhoon and Hawk T1, but have been on the F-18 Hornet for over a year and a half. With the Diamond cleared the runway, grey 5 will roll down with full afterburner, before rotating into an unrestricted climb along the runway. As grey 5 pulls up, he will feel 6 times Earth's gravity, and will be pushed into his seat before easing out the pull and levelling out. Our team of pilots wear specialised G-suits to stop them from passing out when flying. The way the G-suits work is when the pilots pull high strains of G, The pants will inflate around their legs, stopping the blood from going towards their head. Once again to the right, number 6 will come down, rotate, and perform a 4-point roll, a maneuver which takes maximum concentration to pull off, but when done correctly, brings out amazing results. Now let's give the pilots some time as they prepare their heading, speed and altitude ahead of our display. As our pilots set this up, I will give you a brief information about the team and their airshow history. The team's first major airshow was at K20, but didn't go fully to plan. But other than that, we have done some amazing airshows, such as Blackpool Airshow, Cosford Airshow, and now recently, virtual Roblox Festival of Aerobatic team. Now coming from the show centre, let's get a big cheer for all 6 pilots of the Jet Thrust Stunt Division for 2021. Put your hands together for the Blackjacks. As they head behind the crowd, Grey 1 will slowly bank the team to the right before calling them into our next formation. With each pilot trailing each other one by one, they will enter from the left of the crowd line in a staircase formation. Watch as the smokes come on, each other pilot will put on their red smoke, ready for a maneuver we call the White Stripes. Now staying in the staircase formation, they will head round the front for the first break of our show. As they do so, I'd like to introduce our new Grey 1, Big Mac. Before today, I've been flying Grey 1 for the past year, but Big Mac has taken the reins and has been doing an amazing job of leading the team in their formation. I'd like you all in chat to give Big Mac a big cheers and a well done for leading the team in our display today and throughout the future. Heading in from the front now, it's time for a custom maneuver of the JTSD. Created in mid-2020, this maneuver will see each other pilot spreading off in different directions, creating the shape of a book being split apart. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the JTSD book break. Now you see two sets of 3 pilots splitting off to each side of the runway. All 6 pilots will soon turn in towards each other to perform our next maneuver, another custom maneuver at the JTSD. Turning in now, it's time to perform our next maneuver, splitting up in sets of 2s, Big Mac will call them, nearly pitching up to the vertical, with each pilot feeling 5 times Earth's gravity. It's time for the appropriately named Spike Pass. With the first few maneuvers out the way, it's time for our team to split into our 2 different sections, Diamond and Synchro. Ladies and gentlemen, from the front, it's time for the Synchro break. Ladies and gentlemen, from the right, the JTSD Diamond come in their signature right-hand echelon. Ladies and gentlemen, from the left and right, the grey 5 and grey 6 will come in with grey 6 inverted, before swapping positions by 180-degree rolls. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the vice versa. Ladies and gentlemen, now from behind, the JTSD Diamond are coming in. As Big Mac pulls the team into a vertical loop, they will roll over, reaching the peak of the loop before splitting out into 4 different sections. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the JTSD Diamond in a crowd favourite, the Whiplash. Now the synchro pair will come in from each side before passing and performing a full 360-degree aileron roll, dedicated to the great Rick Astley, the Rick Roll. Now the gang's all back together, we're heading round for a few formations. With the team back in the Delta formation, watch as Grey 1 leads them all in from the left. Apologies, as Grey 1 leads his team in from the left, he will pull them up into a vertical loop. As the team reaches the peak of the loop, Grey 5 and 6 would change positions into a spear formation. From the left, the Delta to spear loop. Now with the synchro split off once again, they're coming in from the left and right. As they pass, they will roll in and say hello to each other, so let's give it up for the knife edge pass. Heading in one last time in the group of 4, Diamond fly in the very basic diamond formation. The iconic shape that gives them their names. Let's give it up for Greys 1, 2, 3 and 4 in the Diamond Present. For a final time, let's welcome in Grey 5 and 6 from the left. Grey 5 aka Beast, full invert over Grey 6, ready to show a little surprise. Named after the famous Goose and Mag in the movie Top Gun, let's give it up for the birdie. With the separate sections of displays over and done with, it's time for the team to form up one final time for the last manoeuvre. It's time for the last manoeuvre of the show, and it's time for the Jet Thrust Stunt Division to show what they're made of. Watch closely as 5 and 6 hand low and will soon begin to roll. Ladies and gents, she's Lazen UH-14 attack helicopters. Give it up for the Jet Thrust Stunt Division 2021. Now the team will form up ready for the landing break. It's a tradition for the Jet Thrust Stunt Division to dedicate their landing break to a recent person who has sadly passed. In the recent months, the Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, sadly passed at Windsor Castle. We'd like to dedicate this landing break to him. The team's condolences go out to the royal family, the Queen, and all of the people involved in Prince Philip's life. This break is for you. Now the team will head in for their landings. From me, the pilots, and everybody else at the Jet Thrust Stunt Division, we would like to thank you all for watching. If interested in joining the team, make sure to join our Discord, finding the participants channel. And if you have any pictures, make sure to post them in the public gallery channel. I have been at Grey 8, Preston Plays 11, and we have been the Jet Thrust Stunt Division for 2020. Well, now passing you back over to One Patronyman.
Another absolutely incredible performance there from the Jet Thrust Stunt Division. This is a team that's been around for several years now. And this is probably my 4th performances of theirs I've seen. And once again, another absolutely incredible performance. It's really evident they practice really, really hard for these performances. So every single one of these pilots deserves your praise. In just a couple of minutes, we'll be seeing the F-35 Lightning II take to the skies. Until then, we're going to be seeing the Jet Thrust Stunt Division taxiing back and shutting down. Those of you who are just joining our live stream, welcome to the virtual Roblox Festival of Aerobatic Teams. This is a purely live streamed air show.
I just thought I'd say hi. Hello.
This is a purely live streamed air show consisting over 2 days of air show flying. We've seen many, many display teams over the last day and a half. How do I close that? Go away. Go away. No, this is bad. This is really bad. Thank you. Oh god, I didn't see that. We've seen many display teams, including but not limited to the Air Force Roulettes, SC-33, the Black Cats, the Typhoon display team, F-15, the virtual Roblox Red Arrows. We've also seen the F-22, the Black Knights, the F-18, and just now was the Jet Thrust Stunt Division. Still to come, up next at 8:30 BST is the virtual Roblox F-35 demonstration team. Before we finally see the... Well, not finally. We have the virtual Roblox Blue Angels. And then last but certainly not least, we have a surprise performance at 9:20 BST. So do stay tuned for that. This will be one you definitely do not want to miss. Those of you who have been enjoying the performances so far, please be sure to show your appreciation in chat. This is an air show that a lot of people have worked extremely hard for, and we hope you guys have really enjoyed it. Now I'm going to be switching screens over to the schedule so you can see what we've had so They will, of course, have their own narration, so I'll be handing over to their narrator very, very shortly. Cool, I've just been given the go-ahead to switch over to their commentary, so I'll be doing that now.
Hi.
Cool, we're just waiting for the F-35 commentator to start talking. Then their display will be imminent. Their jet is now powering up, and they'll be performing very, very shortly.
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and on behalf of your United States Air Force and Air Combat Command, we welcome you to the virtual F-35 demonstration performance here at VRFAT. I am the virtual F-35 demonstration team superintendent Geru from Long Beach, California. I'm joined by our team safety observer from Salinas, California, as well as our combat-ready F-35 pilot, Major Tactical Stinger Aviation. Stinger has over 6 years in multiple virtual platforms and hails from Newport Beach, California, as part of the 388th Fighter Wing, commanded by Colonel Stephen Beamer, located at Hill Air Force Base in scenic northern Utah. It is my distinct pleasure to describe to you today a virtual capability by the world's most advanced 5th-generation fighter, the F-35A Lightning II. The team commander and pilot for today's demonstration is Major Tactical Stinger Aviation. Growing up in a military family, Major Tactical hails from all across America. He is a veteran, virtual aerobatics, and combat pilot and has more than 800 hours in virtual jet aircraft. The aircraft you are about to see is a supersonic 9G-capable multi-role aircraft that incorporates cutting-edge stealth technology with the most advanced avionics system of any fighter aircraft in history. These capabilities allow F-35 pilots to penetrate the most hostile areas of the world with superior tactical advantage. The F-35 gives the United States Air Force the ability to dominate the skies anytime, anywhere, designed to give the pilot unsurpassed situational awareness, positive identification, and precision strike capabilities. The F-35 is the future of Air Force aviation. Wow, you won't see everything. That makes the F-35A Lightning II the most technologically advanced fighter jet aircraft in the world. You witness its raw power. As today's flight begins from the left, Major Tactical will perform a maximum power takeoff using all 43,000 pounds of thrust being generated by the Pratt & Whitney F-135 engine, the most powerful fighter engine ever built, lifting the F-35 off the runway in an amazing 1,500 feet. Then watch as the F-35 powers straight into the vertical and performs a half-Cuban 8 at a stunning 50 degrees angle of attack, a first-of-its-kind maneuver unique to the F-35 demo team. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to stand up and get your print screens buttons ready as I present to you the newest and most technologically advanced 5th-generation fighter jet aircraft in the world, the United States Air Force F-35A Lightning II. The F-35 has superior advantage in combat due to the adversary's reduced ability to detect the jet due to the use of stealth technology. In order to remain covert, you must maintain a clean profile and keep your bombs and weapons internally, with an internal payload capacity of over 6,000 pounds, which is what makes the F-35 the most lethal fighter aircraft in the world. If you have ever wondered where those bombs and missiles are kept, here is your answer. The F-35A has the capability to sustain speed faster than 1.6 times the speed of sound, which equates to nearly 1,200 miles per hour. Today, we will showcase just a fraction of this engine's capabilities. Watch now as Major Tactical accelerates to just below the speed of sound, covering an incredible 3 football fields per second. If that wasn't impressive enough, he will then pull back on the stick and catapult the F-35 to over 3 miles. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for Freedom's Thunder with the high-speed pass. In a dogfight, combat maneuverability is crucial. The Lightning II's advanced flight control systems, combined with its powerful engine, gives the F-35 an impressive 1,500-foot turn radius. As Major Tactical approaches show center, he will engage the afterburners and bank sharply, pushing him into the seat with over 9 Gs or 9 times the force of gravity. After completing the turn, the F-35 will power into the vertical and quickly change direction, flipping end over end in a maneuver we call the Lightning Loop. Now, from the left, it's the F-35A's Lightning II combat radius turn. Ladies and gentlemen, Major Tactical is now repositioning in preparation for the dedication pass. Major Tactical and the rest of the virtual F-35A Lightning II demonstration team and the virtual 308A Fighter Wing would like to dedicate this pass to all the men and women from all branches of the armed forces and their families who are so greatly serving today's joint fight. We would also like to remember all of our wounded warriors and veterans in attendance and those who have given their lives protecting our great nation. This will be your best photo opportunity, so get your print screens buttons ready to capture this salute. And now, from over your shoulder, the F-35A Lightning II's demonstration team's dedication pass. Major Tactical will now demonstrate the F-35's crisp handling abilities. Notice as he makes his approach, he is in the inverted position. As he reaches show center, he will complete a full aileron roll and finish the pass inverted. And now, from your right, the inverted to inverted rolls. The F-35 possesses the capability to fully position its nose during a dogfight. Watch as the aircraft climbs more than a mile to the vertical and completes the Lightning Loop. And then, while under complete control and without thrust vectoring, Major Tactical will perform a full 360-degree flat turn. Ladies and gentlemen, from your left, it's the F-35A's pedal turn. Any fighter can perform a loop, but feel like the F-35, the square loop will begin after Major Tactical passes show center and performs a 7G vertical pull and climbs over 3,000 feet. He will then pull 90 degrees over the top, and then as show right, he will pull another 90 degrees into a straight dive, and then pull back and return to level flight and exit along the show line. Coming in from your right, it's Major Tactical in the unique square loop. The ability to maintain slow-speed flight in combat is crucial. With its powerful flight control systems, in combination with its powerful engine, Major Tactical can slow the F-35 down to 90 knots and make this next pass possible. Coming in from your left, Major Tactical will have the F-35 at 20 degrees angle of attack, and then as he passes show center, he will light the afterburners, and you will once again witness the raw power of the F-35 as he pulls the F-35 into a near vertical climb. Don't look away yet. As Major Tactical reaches the peak of his climb, he will roll the aircraft over and perform a split X. As he returns to show center, he will snap the F-35 through a series of rolls to demonstrate the F-35's extraordinary roll maneuverability. Dropping in from your right, it's Major Tactical executing the opposing rolls. As the most technologically advanced fighter aircraft in the world, the F-35's flight controls gives the pilot the unique advantage to outmaneuver their opponents. As Major Tactical reaches show center, he will undergo 135 degrees of heading change in 3 seconds, slide the tail of the F-35 through the turn, and then power out of the climb and the maneuver in honor of the first F-35 demo team's pilot, Major Andrew Jojo Olsen, who created and flew the maneuver. Prepare yourselves for what we call the Dojo Drift. We hope you enjoyed today's brief display of only a fraction of the F-35's full combat capability. The ability of the Lightning to strike fear in the eyes of our enemies is just one of the many ways and tactics your F-35 deploys in combat every day. And feel free to join us on Discord. There you can find exclusive photos and videos, as well as the behind-the-scenes look of our organization and how we operate. ladies and gentlemen, your 2021 F-35A Lightning II demonstration team. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2021 F-35 demonstration team would like to thank you for coming out today and watching this amazing show Petrinimo is putting on. The team has been running since August of 2018, and it's been an incredible time. Just like to thank Major Tactical for putting on such an amazing performance. And it's probably some of his last couple of air shows out here, so if you're ever wanting to be a pilot for our F-35 demonstration team, look no further, contact TAC or Getu, which is me, and we'll talk to you and train you to become one of the best pilots on this virtual game. Thank you once again, and we appreciate you for watching.
Absolutely incredible performance from the F-35A Lightning II. Incredible job by the pilots, the narration, and all the ground team working with the F-35 to bring the most incredible performance possible. Up next is, of course, Fat Albert of the virtual Roblox Blue Angels. We are running a couple of minutes behind schedule. However, Fat Albert will be taking to the skies very, very shortly. Once again, Fat Albert will have a commentator, so I will not be doing the talking for this next performance. Huge thank you to the F-35 team, and we'll be switching over now. Fat Albert now powering up, ready to begin display. Okay, I've just received word that we are a go for display. Which means it's time to hand over to the commentator of the virtual Roblox Blue Angels.
Sorry, a little bit of mic issues there. I'm glad to be here. You can hear me, right?
Affirmative.
Perfect. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Your United States Navy Flight Demonstration Squadron takes pleasure in performing for you this, our third flight demonstration of the 2021 season. I'm Rhino, narrator for the Blue Angels. The Blue Angels maintenance crew and their equipment travel aboard a United States Marine Corps C-130J Hercules transport, affectionately known as Fat Albert. It is a large blue and white aircraft on the runway to your right. Today, Fat Albert will be demonstrating the high-performance climb capability of the Lockheed Martin C-130J Hercules. On the runway to your right, Fat Albert will soon be rolling. They will accelerate to 120 miles an hour, perform a low transition, and execute a high-performance climb, placing the aircraft into a 45-degree nose-up pitch. The C-130J Hercules, built by the Lockheed Martin Aircraft Company, was first produced in 1956. It was designed as a tactical transport capable of lifting heavy payloads both into and out of short or unimproved airstrips, as well as providing aerial delivery. The aircraft is powered by 4 Rolls-Royce turboprop engines, producing more than 18,000 shaft horsepower, enabling takeoffs on runways as short as 2,500 feet. Ladies and gentlemen, Venom is now positioning Fat Albert behind the crowd and to the right for the parade pass. Flown at 200 feet at airspeeds approaching 300 miles an hour. Ladies and gentlemen, from the right, the Fat Albert parade pass. The C-130 is capable of carrying a payload of 40,000 pounds at a top speed of 375 miles an hour and at altitudes as high as 35,000 feet. Venom is now positioning Fat Albert for a low altitude, high speed pass. Ladies and gentlemen, from the left at 370 miles an hour, the Fat Albert flat pass. Fat Albert is flown by Venom, Brick, Kodak, and Segan. Sprite? Yeah, Sprite. That's what his name is. In the course of the complete show season, Fat Albert will fly more than 100,000 miles, carrying a normal show load of 45,000 pounds of fuel, 35,000 pounds of equipment, and a specialized maintenance and support team of 47 personnel. Ladies and gentlemen, directly before you, the Blue Angels C-130 Fat Albert. Five Marine Corps squadrons currently operate the aerial refueling version of the Hercules, designated as the KC-130. They are capable of tactical in-flight refueling of jet, helicopter, and tilt-rotor aircraft. Additionally, Marine Corps C-130s serve a crucial role in the Marine Air-to-Ground Task Force throughout the world. Most recently, Marine Corps C-130s have been deployed to South America, Africa, Eastern Europe, Afghanistan, Syria, and Iraq. High and to the right, Venom will establish Fat Albert on a very steep approach angle, simulating landing in mountainous terrain or in a hostile environment. In order to demonstrate the short field landing capability, they will touch down and immediately reposition the propellers to full reverse. You'll notice that in this maneuver, the aircraft can not only stop quickly, but it can produce enough thrust to taxi backwards. Ladies and gentlemen, direct your attention to the stars and stripes flying proudly above the cockpit. Ladies and gentlemen, the Blue Angel C-130, Fat Albert. We thank you for coming to this demonstration. If you'd like to follow us, you can follow our social links on Twitter or Discord. Now, I think it's time for me to hand the show back over to Petronimo here. Is he still here?
I'm still here. Thank you so much for that incredible performance.
Thank you. It's always our pleasure. Have a good day.
Thank you. Cheers. And with that, the virtual Roblox Blue Angels Fat Albert performance is complete, which means we only have one more demonstration left to show you guys, and this is one you definitely do not want to be missing out on. Up next is the surprise performance, and I'm very, very excited to show you what this is going to be. Just a reminder, guys, if you guys are spamming in chat, you will be muted, because that's how it works. Our moderators are, of course, on standby to prevent raids. So, lol, bad raid. Anyway, we've got one more performance left to go, so I'm going to quickly head over to the schedule tab. And we are here and ready for the next performance. I'm not going to tell you just what it is yet. You'll have to wait and find out. I don't have a clue where this will be coming from. or how this performance is going to work. Although I know this is tied to a much, much larger group and part of a bigger event. This is just the end section of this. I literally have no clue what exactly is going to happen. I've been told to make some commentary up. So, yay. Oh, I've just attained visual. There we go. We have visual. It's pretty ridiculous. I love this. First person to guess the name of it. I've been given one script of dialogue to read once it touches down. This is a truly ridiculous end to the night, and I absolutely love it. Yes, well done, guys. You're right. That is a United States space shuttle. Because why not? I have no clue what it's going to do once it touches down. But this is returning from a mission. It launched with Roblox and NASA a couple of days ago. It's now completed its mission, and this is the space shuttle now coming down to land after its mission here at Anapa. Anapa is the display map, for those who don't know. And it's the map that was given out to all of the display teams performing here at the virtual Roblox Festival of Aerobatic Teams. I wonder if we can spot the name of the space shuttle written behind the cockpit. I genuinely don't have a clue which space shuttle it is. I can't read that at the moment. I want to say Atlantis. I wonder how long the runway is going to be, if it's going to be able to cope. You can see the crew there on board. I can see at least 3 people on board. Yeah, it's Space Shuttle Atlantis. Now deploying the landing gear last minute. The Space Shuttle has to do it last minute, because otherwise it's just a flying brick and it does not need any more drag. And it is touched down. And the crew of STS-51J has landed safely at Anapa after completing their mission from space. What a landing from the crew there. Well done. And that concludes the virtual Roblox Festival of Aerobatic Teams. That was the 2-day event. We saw 17 different air displays throughout the weekend. I think it was about 4 or 5 hours yesterday of stream time, plus about how many hours are we on now? 3.5 hours today. That's not right. About 3 hours of streaming time today. I hope you've all enjoyed this air show. I certainly have. We've seen some of Roblox's best and finest display teams. There's the crew dismounting now. After their long mission from space. Well done, mate. No. Okay. This is getting weird. Parachute didn't exist. Lol. Well, thank you so much to everyone who watched the stream today. This is stupid. A big thank you to the organisers of the virtual Festival of Aerobatic Teams. A special big thank you to Toastman. Big thank you to the moderators. for helping moderate the stream. That's stupid. I love it. Beep beep. Lettuce. Bloody hell. And a big thank you to you for watching. Yeah, big thank you to you. I've had an absolutely incredible time here. I hope you have too. And with that, I'm not sure if there's really anything left to say. I wonder if I could pull in the organiser of the airshow real quick. Just say a couple of words if he chooses. Bada-boom, bada-boom. I'm calling him. Bada-boom, bada-boom. Is he going to say anything? Hey, Toast Man. Do you want to say anything? I don't know if you're saying anything. You appear to be muted. Wow, that space shuttle's going berserk. Okay, well the Discord call appears to be broken. I apparently have him on silent. No, that's not true. Oh yeah, I do. There you go, Toast.
Oi! Did you see you got raided by Old Man Raid?
I did, that was funny. Thank you so much for hosting this show. I had a great time. Do you have highlights? What was your highlight?
Oh, I don't really know, to be honest. Most of the displays were actually really nice. And really
They were.
Good, so, yeah. It's probably quite hard to distinguish one specific one. There was lots of different distinct ones, like the links and stuff like that I really liked. So
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm going to be ending my stream now. I've just been picked up by the space shuttle. I'm ending my stream now. Thank you to everyone for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Patron out.
Toastman out.
Bye.